Okay, Stig, it was great to get back to Edgar Street and get football back here with the first home pre-season game against West Brom on the weekend.
Yeah, it was. It was really good to be back at Edgar Street. Actually, sometimes I think I've said a few times. Sometimes it feels like it's been ages, and other times it feels like it was just yesterday we were finishing the season off against Boston. But yeah, no, really, really good to be back on Saturday. I tried to get round and speak to as many people as possible. I don't get to see that many people on a match day sometimes, so went in, popped into the ticket office, made sure I went into the club shop and various other places just to speak to people and sort of say hello, welcome, and thank you back and things. And it was really welcome back, and it was really good. And I thought the game itself was an entertaining one as well. We started like a train, and got those two goals up, and it was just I think it was just a really good day. Really interesting to see the squad that Paul's put together. I think it looks to me like there's some, we know a lot about quite a lot of the players, but there looks to have been some real quality added, which is exciting. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how things develop over the rest of the pre-season.
Yeah, great to see those new signings in the flesh at Edgar Street for the first time, and also in the second half an appearance from a kind of a certain player that we all know quite well.
Yeah, Cisse coming on at the half time. I did sort of giggle to myself when I saw him at the game, and Paul had given me the heads up on Friday that he was around and about. I think Paul summed up the situation with Cisse perfectly, really, after the game. He's kind of had to go ahead and do his planning, expecting that he wasn't going to have any opportunity to try and sign Cisse. And then obviously the position looks to have changed a little bit, but you can't just magic up money out of nowhere when you've actually been planning without for not having him. So, as Paul said, he'd love to have him. Everybody knows he's a crowd favourite, but the planning has gone ahead without him, which is why we are where we are. But we'll see what develops over the next few weeks. And as Paul said, with the pre-season friendly attendances and that sort of stuff, there may be something we can do. Or, God, you don't want to keep asking fans for support, but you never know what might happen with supporters. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it did make I sort of couldn't. I was cross between shaking my head a little bit and smiling because you can't help but love the way he plays, can you? In fairness, so we'll see what happens. But I'll leave that to Paul. As he said, we've given him a budget and we've given him extra help this year, and given him as much help as we think we can to try and get him forward. And he's obviously got the squad together. There are, announcements that haven't come yet as well. So we'll see what happens over the next few weeks.
Yeah, off the pitch or on it, the players wore the new away shirt, and that was obviously on sale as well on the day for the first time. And I think it's fair to say it went down quite well.
Yeah, no, I thought it looked great actually on the lads as well. I mean, I'm not no sense of fashion at all, as anybody will testify, but I thought the kit looked fantastic. I was really excited when you'd been sending me the pictures of it, images of it having arrived and being hung up. And Craig and Toby, and to particularly Toby, media officer as well, done a fantastic job on the launch, and the promotional stuff they've done for the launch of the away kit has been brilliant. And they state me, I got a few sneaky previews of the things they were looking at doing, and I'm really grateful for the work that's been done on the media side as well. So yeah, really good. I think it sold really well on its first day as well, which is really pleasing. The club shop, I think John Sadler almost smiled at one point. He had that many people in the shop. So yeah, no, all really, really good. And I think it is a little bit different for us. It's got that look of the shirt from about 2011, 12, I think, hasn't it? It's got the
Yeah.
similarities to the red and black from way back when there. But yeah, no, I really like it. I was really happy with it and really impressed with it. I'm in the bad books at home because at my wife's niece has been over from New Zealand for 2.5 weeks, and I bought her away kit to send back to South Island, New Zealand. And when my daughter found out, she was livid that her cousin's got the away kit and she hasn't yet. So we'll see what happens, see how that plays out. It's my birthday in August, Dad, she said, so we'll see what happens.
Well, just to point out that the away kit is now available online. Quite a few sales over the weekend online as well. But if you haven't got it yet, you can get it online, and obviously it will be available on Saturday for the Birmingham game as well. Um, the membership as well. It's worth pointing out that you can get a 10% discount on club shop and bars with a season ticket or a membership. We had a few questions on the weekend as to whether people could still buy the memberships, and the memberships will be available right throughout the season, I think. So if you haven't got it yet, it's 30 quid, and it obviously gives you 10% on all your drink and food in the bars and in the club shop as well.
Yeah, I saw a last. It was interesting. I saw bumped someone in the club shop who said they hadn't been able to afford a season ticket this year, um, and obviously were worried about missing out on discounts and things. And just said, it's completely your call, but actually for the £30 membership fee, you can get the same discounts that you would get as a season ticket holder. And I think she may well have gone off and got her phone out and bought the membership there, and then to get the discounts on the away shirt she was having to buy for the family, I think, by the looks of things. So that'll keep on going, and that membership will it'll be available for the whole season.
One of the talking points from the weekend was the stewarding. Obviously, people will have noticed that we've got a new stewarding company that have come in and kind of complemented our existing stewards. I think it's fair to say, as we kind of expected, it's the three friendlies in particular were a bit of a learning curve for the new company, and there were a few kind of teething issues that hopefully we can kind of resolve and smooth over quite quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. We never expected it to be a smooth run. I mean, the long and short of it, Jay, and as you know better than I, given your history at the club, is that we've got to get the stewarding right. We have certain guidelines and legalities that we have to follow. If we're not following those and we get things wrong, and then something happened, we had, a bad event of some sort, actually, I'm liable as chairman. The board of directors are as liable, but as importantly, the club itself could find itself, under huge pressure from a legal perspective, and with financial penalties. I mean, clearly the worst thing would be if something really disastrous happened, but actually it would have such an impact on the club that we've got to get the stewarding right. It's become Darren, the stadium director, has managed the stewarding for us last year, and as you said, it's become increasingly difficult to get the right level of steward in terms of qualifications and experience to do games, and you cannot leave yourself short of stewards, and we've thought long and hard about it, and going external as we have, and bringing in a company that can always source a number of stewards for us, but actually can complement the local ones that we're still keeping on. We haven't got rid of all the local ones. There's still local ones amongst us, and there were I think there was as many local ones there on Saturday as there were from the external company. So we're not looking to do anything different. We just want to do it properly. We're trying to professionalize the club in all areas, and the stewarding is part of that. And and I know people have been doing things in a certain way for X number of years, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's right. But we've got to try and get better at it. So I think I mean, it's probably worth you just explaining the number of stewards that we need, because there were no more stewards at the game on Saturday than we would have had for a pre-season friendly last year. They maybe were just a bit more prominent because they were all in high vis and they were all, actually proactively trying to do some work.
Yeah, I think it's important with stewards in particular. So we obviously go off the Green Guide, which is the kind of the guidance for all football clubs to follow on the safety point of view.
It's the Bible. It's a Bible, essentially.
Yeah, the Bible. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we follow. It's what we legally have to follow. It's what the SAG makes sure that we follow. Just to open the Merton stand for any game takes 12 stewards just for the Merton stand, because of all the stairways that need to be manned, all the fire exits need to be manned. On top of that, you have to have a senior steward for the stand. You have to have a certain number of mobile stewards, which varies for how many people we're expecting. Obviously, on Saturday we weren't expecting many. We anticipated a crowd of about 1,000. So we had a couple of senior stewards to cover that. Similarly with the Meadow End, if we have 100 people in the Meadow End, we need the same number of stewards as if we have 1,500, because they have to cover the fire exits and the gates. So there's 6 stewards just to open the Meadow End. And then on top of that, you have the mobile stewards and the senior stewards as well, which the mobile stewards is the one that fluctuates. But I think it's worth saying, on Saturday we had 18 stewards, 10 of which were stewards from last season. I think we kept 16 stewards from last season. There were a few that weren't available because of the pre-season for whatever reason. But the new company have come in. They make sure that we comply with all the guidance in terms of the qualifications for the stewards, and any of our stewards from last season that aren't qualified, the new company will take on and make sure that they get their qualification. So that was a key thing for us to make sure that we comply. But for a normal league game, it might surprise people, but we need 42 members of our security team to open the ground for a normal match day, and that's with That's by closing the away terrace, which we've been doing quite a lot lately. If we open the away terrace, we could have a minimum of 7 more stewards or security that we need. So they are large numbers, but it's because of the size and the layout of the stadium.
I think
So
you can. I
yeah,
think
in terms of
we can
numbers,
offer. Sorry, we can offer reassurance that we don't pay for it. We don't pay for stewards that we don't need, because that would just
yeah,
be madness. That would be madness, wasn't it? We try and, not saying we
yeah,
get the bare minimum, but we get the staff that we need for the size of gate that we're expecting. Clearly, you can't 100% get the prediction right for the size of the crowd, but we have to make sure that we're covered for those things, and that's how we do it. I kind of apologise a little bit myself. It wasn't directly involved, but I think there was perhaps some miscommunication, some misunderstanding about the area at the front of the Meadow
yeah.
End, and I know that that's caused a little bit of worry and a little bit of concern. But we can offer reassurance that that area is as previously can be used for people to go and lean on the wall up front and watch the game. That was just a bit of miscommunication and a bit of a misunderstanding, and we'll hold our hands up for that we perhaps hadn't got the messaging right there internally with that side of thing. But apologies to anybody who was worried and concerned looking ahead, but we can reassure you that we're addressing that and sorting that, and one or two other issues that have been raised or concerns that have been raised, we'll look at those as well. We always listen, we always try and listen. I have to say that there have also been some really good compliments about how professional the staff were as well, which is interesting. So it works both ways, doesn't it? But this is the right way to go, we think, as a club. And as you say, it would have cost us a small fortune to go out ourselves and train enough stewards ourselves. In fact, if we could have found enough to take on a match day. So this is the route we need to go down. I've got no doubt about that. Darren's got no doubt about that. I leave it to you and Darren, really. This is your area of expertise, but I fully support that this is the right way to go. And like I said, while it might have felt like there were more stewards there on Saturday, as you just explained, there weren't any more than there would normally be for a thousand crowd. And we are and will be always be handicapped by the layout at Edgar Street. It's a fantastic ground that we all love dearly. But Merton stands have got any number of different stairwells. Everyone, as you say, everyone needs a steward. Every emergency exit needs a steward. And it's just got to get it right. So we'll keep on learning. Through pre-season. That's the important thing, because these pre-season games are the opportunity to get everything right for the first game of the season. And Ollie, who's in charge of the security company, is really approachable. He'll happily listen to anybody and speak to anybody. And we want the stewards to blend in as much as possible. We want them to be we want them to be like a good referee, don't we? You don't notice them until they actually have to intervene in something. So that's how we want them to be. We want to retain the atmosphere we've currently got. So hopefully, as I said, teething troubles, we won't hide away from these things when people, raise concerns and raise issues, and there have been conditions raised, but hopefully we can do our best to put people a little bit more at ease about how it's going to be moving forward. But what I would say to people is we're much better having the right level of stewarding and a right level of professionalism in stewarding than find ourselves in court facing a £750,000 legal claim because something's gone wrong and we haven't got the right stewarding in place. So difficult, I know, for people to appreciate, but this is the sort of thing that, as a board and yourself behind the scenes at the club, we have to be thinking of these things.
And we do appreciate the feedback that we got. Obviously, a number of fans have emailed in or spoke to us on the day. We do appreciate that feedback. And I think it's worth saying the new company are kind of willing to listen and work with us and the fans as well. It's not, you say about the good referee. So we don't want to rule by an iron fist. We want the stewards to kind of be approachable and be able to kind of communicate and get on with the fans. So I think that's certainly something that we'll be working at over the course of pre-season, and hopefully it'll be a lot smoother come the start of the season. But yeah, I think the big thing is that we haven't got rid of the local ones. The new company will take those on and get them trained up, so that we're complying with the Green Guide and with the ground safety certificate. So yeah, and thanks to the fans who were kind of understanding on Saturday. Thanks to the ones that kind of wrote in to let us know of the issues as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I said, moving forward, we'll get it sorted. And we don't want the stewards to have to intervene. If they do intervene, it'll be because they feel they need to do something, and it's safety is paramount. is paramount. So we need to just keep on top of that. So, we will ensure and we will ask and make sure that at any point our stewards act in a respectful manner, and we just ask supporters to be the same in response, in reality, and then everything should run smoothly, and we won't have any more of these issues moving forward.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I think that's everything from me, unless you've got anything else to add.
No, nothing further. Just yesterday. Just almost. I did say to Paul on Friday, do we have to play so many pre-season friendlies? Because I know we got to get the players fit, but every single tackle is panic stations. Oh, what I would say actually is just a slight apology for the delayed kickoff on Saturday. There was just a bit of confusion around the medical provision that we had at the ground. And no one's fault, and not West Brom's fault in any way, shape, or form, because they quite rightly were just ensuring that they were fully, the welfare of their players was fully in check, and it took a little bit of time just to sort of give the reassurance that we did actually have the necessary requirements in place. But it was just one of those things, and actually we were fully respectful of West Brom's position, and we were able to provide the reassurance they needed. So thank you for everybody's patience just while we waited for that kickoff on Saturday, particularly both sets of players and staff and everything as well. But it all got sorted in the end, but apologies if it caused any problem. I ended up a little bit back for a date that that I was supposed to be intending, but there we go. Such is life.
Just finally, probably worth mentioning very briefly the Blackfriars. Actually, obviously, everyone will have noticed that it's a massive change for the view on the match day without the Blackfriars end being there.
Yeah, no, it's mental. I mean, it's mad, isn't it? In fairness, just to look at it now, there's just two giant mounds of earth there. Really, I mean. It's funny when it's even looking at the bottom of the flood, you suddenly get an impression how much space the floodlights take up, don't you? And then the electrical circuitry and wizardry alongside it. But yeah, no, I think it's genuinely exciting to see such a big change at that end. We've got meetings planned over the next few weeks with the council and developers and people like that, which is brilliant as well. So that looks like it's going to be trying to move forward as quickly as possible. But it's just really exciting. It got a big cheer when that ball went in the skip, didn't it, on Saturday? That made me laugh.
Yeah.
Did you see that? You might not have seen that. When the ball bounced into the skip.
I didn't see it, but Ben sent me a message yesterday saying he got in the skip and retrieved the ball for us. So
Yeah,
Ben Bowen has retrieved it.
Yeah, got quite a good cheer when that ball bounced into the skip over the top. That was quite funny. But yeah, no, really, really, really exciting to see that happening. And obviously over the next 2 or 3 weeks, that area will end up being a completely flat area, gravelled over in theory, I think is the plan. So all good. So yeah, we'll see how that develops.
Brilliant, lovely. I'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, I can't do Swindon Supermarine sadly, but I shall be there Saturday.
Brilliant. Take care.
Bye.